So I'm just thinking, he's a proven international, proven Bundesliga player. For someone who's £6 million, instead of being a bit stingy and waiting for the summer to try and get him on a free transfer, why not go in for someone like him now and kind of just secure it in a way? There's just one player I want to talk to you guys about, to listeners about. It's about Denis Zakaria, who we mentioned last week was one of the free agents that we could be looking at as well. And the player that Ralf Rangnick apparently admires from Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's a holding midfielder. It's a Swiss international. He's played 15 times this season. He can also play as a centre-back, but he's mostly a centre defensive mid, scored 2 goals and 1 assist already this season. But realistically speaking, there's Mönchengladbach saying, oh yeah, you could get him for around 5-6 million if we don't want to leave him on a free. If you're looking at an alternative holding midfielder, Football Manager wise, everyone's kind of thinking this looks like a pretty good deal. But what I'm looking at from Man United's point of view is, why would you not want to go out and get someone just like this person? Because he's someone that I believe could actually adapt properly to the Premier League straight away. He's someone who I believe would actually improve our holding midfield. He's someone who I believe would actually be the right person for a Ralf Rangnick pressing type of team as well. Him and McTominay, him and Midfielder, it would be a vast improvement on what we already have. But what I'm thinking is, I know there's a lot of players going out of contracts and people want to go for them in free transfers in the summer, like we mentioned last week. But why not put in a cheeky bit of like £5-6 million, see if you can test the waters? Because I feel like that's what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks before the transfer windows have gone. But Salim, what do you reckon that could happen? Do you reckon you could see more teams kind of doing that same kind of thing?
For me, like I'd love for us to sign him, if anything. I think he's, $6 million. It's a bargain, for that sort of quality of player. I mean, he might sort of demand a little bit more in wages, considering, the saving that you're getting. But it's a big deal. It's not a big deal, that, to be honest. And I'd be all over it, as like, it's either him or Bissouma at the moment, from where I stand. But yeah, $6 million. I think United should be, all over it. That's it's defensive mid is, a position where I think United could definitely strengthen, and it would really help them push on, because you're thinking Declan Rice is going to be about 100 mil or something, maybe 80 mil. And, this guy's £6 million, and, he's sort of a proven quality in the Bundesliga too.
Yeah. He's been doing that for a number of years. We've seen him in the Champions League as well. We've seen him at the Euros for Switzerland. We saw them in the World Cup a couple of years ago for Switzerland as well. I'm just thinking, he's a proven international, proven Bundesliga player. For someone who's £6 million, instead of being a bit stingy and waiting for the summer to try and get him on a free transfer, why not go in for someone like him now and kind of just secure it in a way? That's what I would like to see. And I think Denis Zakaria, with the ball carries that he can do, with the tackling and the interceptions he can offer, as opposed to, like you said, spending 50 million on Bissouma, 100 million on Rice, whatever, if you're looking at Bellingham or something like that. But how I'm seeing it is, there's so much more that these cheaper players who are out of a contract would be looking at doing. But at this moment in time, there have been no concrete offers from anyone. No one's really looking at him. Borussia Dortmund may end up putting a cheeky bid in against Mönchengladbach as well. But there's conversations going. It could be something that we should be looking out for at the end of the transfer window. But I think it'd be someone that £6 million in this day and age, just like we said, would be a bargain as well.